All right, you guys, what's going on? This your boy Town Biz. So, I thought I would give my take on this situation. And it's just so many directions to go with this. And it's just to the point to where no matter what you say, everybody's gonna have a different opinion. This is one of these discussions where nobody is gonna come out of this happy with this situation. So, I know a lot of people was waiting for Town to talk about this. I have to keep it real with you guys. I was at work when all this stuff went down. I talked to some reputable people. I heard from I talked to the Crip homie. You know what I'm saying? I talked to him about it. So, we spoke briefly about it. Um, I'm gonna try to get him on here so we can have a round table discussion, maybe me and a couple of other people. But like I said, this is just one of these situations. Nobody is gonna come out of this happy, no matter how you present this to people. Everybody gonna have something to say, and I respect everybody's opinion. All I ask as we start this discussion, be respectful to each other, be respectful to me. We can all, either agree, we can agree to disagree. So in case you've been living under a rock, if you don't, keep what's going on in the streets, Big U was indicted, and since then they said Big U was on the run, but Big U turned himself in. Big U, along with Brick Baby, um, and the guy Loose Cannon. And I'm telling you right now, Loose Cannon got to be having the worst week ever. It's been like a bad 2 weeks for him because basically he got confronted by Big CC. Then we all know about the incident with Cowboy, where Cowboy allegedly, and according to a few people, gave Loose Cannon the two piece and a biscuit, and you could see footage of him basically ducking into the store, and then he get arrested along with Big U. Um, I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all know how this works. All we gonna do now is we gonna play the waiting game. And what I mean by the waiting game, we gonna see who gonna fold. I seen the depth chart of the people associated and basically part of Operation Draws Down. In case you guys don't know, Big U's nickname is Big Draw. So I gotta give the feds credit. They got a sense of humor. Gotta give them credit for that. They do got to. Now this is a Fed case. This is a Fed case. Um, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it ain't looking too good for Big U, because I'm gonna tell you right now, if the Fed's involved, they got a 98% conviction rating. So that means out of every 100 cases, in all likely, they're gonna get a conviction. They have the information. From what I heard, this is a 4-year investigation. Now there's gonna be some people that's gonna be yelling, "Hey man, F Big U because we believe he has something to do with what happened with Nip." Then just his demeanor, and then um if I'm Big U, I would just leave the black stuff out of it. About you try to help black people and all this kind of stuff, I would just you know what I'm saying. I'm just playing this by ear, and this is what I was trying to tell people when everybody wanted me to put these videos together, going in on Diddy and all them type of people. I told you I'm gonna play it by ear, and I'm gonna play this by ear. But listen, let's just keep it 100. People didn't heard a lot of stuff about Big U behind the scenes and stuff. I gotta say this to everybody, real talk. I understand the street life. I really do. I came from that background. Now I'm gonna keep 100. I wasn't so deep into the street life to where I couldn't get out, to where that's all I knew. But I know enough about it to where I could survive in the streets or in the so-called blue collar corporate world, because I gathered enough street knowledge to where I can intertwine it, with the corporate world and vice versa. But I gotta say this: you always hearing these dudes going on social media. Sometimes I think social media is the new crack epidemic, because social media then turned black people out to a certain degree. where some people use social media and the internet to educate people and spread the word about things that can better the community. But some people play into the same stigmas and stereotypes that you've been hearing about Black people for ages. So to a certain degree, they not helping the community. And a lot of times, not just with, Big U, you've been hearing this stuff about LA street politics, the whole checking in thing, the whole checking in thing. And I ask you guys this real talk. And I got love for LA. Everybody know I'm down with the B's and the C's. I got homies that's part of the blue team. I got homies that's part of the red team. But I'm gonna say this much: the whole one thing that used to bother me, and I just took it with a grain of sand. Y'all seen the last time I was in LA with Big Rich and Lalo Boxing, that we made the little 30-minute, not 30 minutes, excuse me, we made the little 15-second short where we were saying we ain't checking in. We was being funny, but we was telling the truth at the same time. I always used to hear people talking about, you got to check in, you got to do this, you got to do that. My thing is with this, and I ask Black people this, my Black people who live that life, how come Black people got to check in? How come y'all don't make no country western singers check in? How come y'all don't make no non-Black singers check in? How come you only try to extort and try to bully people that look like you? And then when people call you out on this stuff, then all of a sudden you want to, play dumb. You want to act blind and stuff. We got enough stuff going on, with us as it is. And I'm definitely going to talk about the situation that's going on with, LA Confidential, aka LA's finest, the very people that took down, along with the feds, Big U, on how basically their recruiting process is everybody but the brother. So, I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that as well. And I'm definitely going to talk about that situation that happened at that high school in Long Beach, where those so-called our allies basically went into high school, and they stood together with t-shirts lettered in "I love" ends with the ER. But I'm definitely going to talk about that. I'm definitely going to talk about that. But it's just unfortunate for everybody involved. And then you look at the chaos that was going on, everybody pointing fingers at each other. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to keep it 100. I told y'all this a long time ago. Some of these dudes are working with the boys. Just because they got arrested don't mean that they going to be going to trial. See, what the feds do, they gather up a whole bunch of people. So basically what they're hoping is who gonna fold first and who gonna start giving up information. So this is what I mean by people gonna start finger pointing. Because some people can't handle doing their time like a man or a woman. They cool with participating in criminal activity until they get rolled up. Then all of a sudden they ready to make a deal via who, that other dude from the Dallas area. That dude is one of the biggest cowards I ever seen, and you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about CW. That dude is a coward, and that's all it come down to. And I'm gonna keep it 100. On the side note, if you mess with that dude, if you down with him and you support him, please unsubscribe to my channel. Please unsubscribe to my channel. At the end of the day, he participated in a crime. He knew the risk, and I was always taught there was a code. If you agreed to do dirt together, if you got caught, you went down together. There was strictly a no ratting, no snitching policy. But at the end of the day, he was such a coward. To save his own ass, he sold his crew, his people, down the river. And from what I heard, he was living with the dude. And it kind of seemed like he enticed the dude to basically do what he did, but then he ended up ratting on the dude. So I'm just telling you right now. I'm just telling you now. So if you follow that dude from Dallas, because I don't like to say his name, I don't want to give him no free publicity. You know who I'm talking about. So if you follow that dude and you support him after seeing that video of him taking the stand and selling his friends down the river, please unsubscribe to my channel because I cannot fuck with somebody like you. He the worst of the worst. He's a coward. And then the typical go-to response, oh, I'm still gonna be rich. People still go. Well, at the end of the day, it's people that's far more richer than you. I don't even believe you worth at best $1 million. That's their go-to move. Oh, you broke. How you know what somebody got? And what did that got to do with you being a rat and a snitch and a coward? Real talk. But I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I'm gonna play this Big U thing by ear. I'm gonna do a bunch of segments because I'm really finna talk about how detrimental the internet can and has been to black people. What it's done to black men, what it's done to the community. The internet has worsened us to a certain degree. Where it has its good things, definitely has a lot of bad. It is a lot of pros and cons to the internet. But I'm not surprised. I saw this coming a long time ago. I saw this coming a long time ago. I played all this by ear. I talked to people. I listened to different people. I listen to people that's from the LA area. I listen to people that's, part of the 60s or affiliated with the 60s. And they all had different things to say. I'll talk to people that's affiliated with the Hoovers, affiliated with the 8 Trays, because I used to go to LA all the time. So, like I said, it's not out of the normal where LA people come to the Bay and stuff, and you interact with them, and but our lifestyle in the Bay is totally different from LA lifestyle. We don't really do the rag stuff. We don't really do the Crip and Blood stuff. And it's not a diss to Cuz of Blood. I'm just telling the truth. Like, that's just not really part of our culture. We're just different. But I don't knock it. You know what I'm saying? I don't knock it. But just listening to this situation with Big U, it don't look too good. And my advice to Big U, you keep talking about the internet, your best thing to do is stay off the internet. He made a couple of videos talking about he was turned. Listen, man, stay off the internet. And I would tell anybody, well, he probably he in custody by now, but I hope he told his people not to mention anything in regards to this case. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think Big U got a son that play for the Chargers. So at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure this is causing a trickle effect for his family. You already know how the NFL is about this kind of stuff. You already know. I'm telling you right now, Roger Goodell, if he has a son that plays in the NFL and plays for the Chargers, I have a sneaky suspicion Roger Goodell is already setting up a meeting with this dude, or he's already called this dude, or the NFL investigators are on this as well. Keep in mind, the NFL investigators are all former cops, federal agents. For what I heard, some of them is actually ex-CIA. So the NFL investigators, they got the best investigators they could possibly have. So when they want to find out information, they're gonna find it. But yeah, I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm not gonna say I'm speaking my piece on this. I'm just speaking my truth. I'm not wishing anything on Big U, but I'm telling you right now, Big U has to understand too the way he's moved. I know he says he wasn't an internet guy, but I done seen Big U doing interviews. I seen him on Drink Champs. I done seen him going live. And see, this is the thing, man. You can't be a street dude, a gangster at the same time. You got to work behind the scenes. And you know, the thing is, it almost seemed like Suge Knight was the forefather of this stuff. Like, wanting to be in the limelight. Instead of working behind the scenes, he wanted to be the man on the scenes. He wanted his name to be out there. And see, that's the problem. He talked about Puffy, talking about if you want to be a star and don't have to worry about a executive producer all in the video and all this kind of stuff, come to death row. Well, to a certain degree, Suge Knight was putting his name out there. One, you know why? You know why I know Suge Knight was putting his name out there and he brought attention to himself? Because we knew who he was and we knew what he looked like. And I'm going to tell you right now you have definitive proof that they watch your videos. Guess how the feds said that? Guess how the feds say they build the case on Big U? The internet. Now, I'm going to talk about some other people too. I'm going to talk about these plants, and I'm going to say this to black people. I told y'all. So that's going to be the next segment. I'm going to tell you guys a story. Yep. Okay. So thank you, man. Yeah, shout out East Oakland, man, for real. 90th Mac. Yeah, let me tell you this story. And this is how I knew for sure that they be watching your videos. And this happened to your boy. This happened to me. Now, when I first got on YouTube about 10 years ago, everybody know I really came on here to talk boxing. But somehow it went left, and then this is how my channel became what it is today. Because I really came on here to talk boxing because I was into boxing. But then I started experiencing a lot of racism and hatred with black boxers and black people. How you would have some of these racist Mexicans coming on here talking about black fighters, which, hey, I've been saying for years, they ain't really no black and brown alliance. That is cap. So I started seeing him attacking me and just attacking black fighters and getting way too personal. And then it finally got to the point, and I warned people. I said, all right, y'all. I said, keep talking that stuff to me. I'm going to start clapping back. And everybody knows I'm one of the best clapbackers there is. So I started clapping back, and then guess what? Everybody started playing victim and all that kind of stuff. Oh, Tam, why you be talking like that? You're being divisive. Like, man, shut up. We've been divided. So people wouldn't leave that alone. So then they started threatening me. The death threats came. Then they started threatening my son. So I'm like, wait. What do my son have to do with this? So I got pissed off not knowing how this internet thing works. I done came a long way. If I knew the stuff that I know there about this internet stuff, I would have never did what I did. But let me tell you what happened. And this is real talk. How I know they watch your videos. Because I know that I know that I was part of phone taps and all that kind of stuff. That's why I would be careful who I would talk to and stuff. So what I did was I posted a video where I basically showed some hammers. And I said, all right, since y'all talking like that, this is what's going to happen to you if you come near me. So then I was posting videos telling people, well, if you want some smoke, well, I'm here, I'm there. So I'll let it be known. I'll let them know that I was with it. So, all right, bad move. So I took the video down. So about Maybe 2 weeks later, I get a knock on the door, and it is none other than the DOJ. First of all, I'm like, what are they doing here? So basically, they come asking for me. They, say, do so and so my government name, live here. I'm like, all right, that's me. What's up? They come asking me. They came with this fake paperwork. Now, keep in mind, they didn't have no warrant. Didn't let them, you know what I'm saying? Didn't let them inside the house. They didn't have no warrant. But they come asking me about some weapons that I reported stolen like over 20 years ago. They got bought from traders in San Leandro. Now, for those who don't know, Traders was the little spot that everybody used to go to get they weapons. It's something else now. I don't even know what it is. Like a hardware store now. It's over in San Leandro, like maybe literally 5 minutes out. No, about 2 minutes outside of Oakland. So the place has long been closed down. So they asked me about this and out. Like, listen, man, I reported those weapons stolen. Why are you here? Oh, well, we just doing a follow-up. They was hoping that I would trip myself up. I'll say, man, so after like basically, having a pissing contest and just having sort of a standoff and just going back and forth, I just told them, do you have a search warrant? Why are you here? And they was like, we just asking about it. I'm like, oh, dude, you could have sent me a letter. So this is how I knew that somebody reported one of my videos to them. So that's why I started watching very carefully what I would be saying on social media. And this is why I got shadow banned for years. Oh, listen, dude. Listen, dude. I already know about that guy. And I'm gonna tell you, you know what they said? They say the greatest trick that the devil pulled was making people believe he didn't exist. This is a dude that basically turned Crips against each other. This is a dude that basically, was co-signing a known informant, a known rat, and that Mexican dude. So, I mean, you put two and two together. They fell for his plan. This dude got all these Crip dudes going against each other, fighting against each other. So, it is what it is. It is what it is, and y'all need to accept it about homeboy. I've been saying that something is suspicious about him, and I believe something is suspicious about the other dude too. The one of them dudes that got arrested alongside, or got indicted alongside, Big U and Loose Cannon. And as far as the Loose Cannon guy go, he just not very smart. That's just the bottom line. He saw what this internet stuff could do to you, how it can make you famous, and it can be quite lucrative at the same time. But if you got a questionable past or a shaky past, or you got them type of ties to street gangs, you wouldn't want to be showing your face on the internet. Because all they were doing was watching these videos, taking notes, and building their case slowly but surely. And that's all that happened. And then I'm watching these other dudes giving up and talking about stuff that they know they ain't got no business talking about on the internet, and talking to certain people they ain't got no business talking to. So it was just a matter of time. The inevitable was coming. I'm not surprised this happened, because I predicted this was going to happen behind the scene. I told people, and I'm going to make some more predictions. Some of these people that's going to be walking the streets, that's going to get out of because listen, there going to be some people that's going to walk. And when they walk, that mean they cut a deal. So the people that cut a deal that you see walking, you know why? It's because they cut a deal. They're going to cut a deal. I promise you that. I know what I'm talking about. They gathered all these people up in groups and bunches. It looked like they gathered up, or at least they going to take into custody at least like 20 something people. So like I said, it's going to be a domino effect. It's going to be let the chips fall where they may. All they going to be doing is taking people in them rooms, saying, hey, we know this, we know that. You know what I'm saying? You looking at this, you looking at that. But if you do this, if you tell us this, then maybe, I'm telling you right now, people going to be offered immunity. People taking the stands. All we got to do is just play the waiting game and see who gonna do what. And I promise you, people is going when I say people is going go sell their souls, which to a certain degree they already did that, to stay out of this, to stay out of federal prison, to stay out of, man, I'm telling you right now. You think, man, the first 48 is jumping off right now as we speak. But I'm telling you right now, it's man, it's real. This is a Fed case. This is not a this is not a, man, I'm telling you right now, this is not a city case. This is Fed. So we gonna see what happens. We really is. I'm gonna talk about that. That's gonna be the next video. I promise y'all that. So I'm gonna end the video on this note. I'm gonna just say to the Big U supporters, just keep your head up. Just all you can do is pray for the man. That's just basically it. I'm not convicting nobody. I'm not gonna say this man is guilty of this, he guilty of that, but I'm telling you what was out there. The best thing Big U could have did is stay away from the internet, period. Not do interviews with nobody. Once people knew what he looked like, that was it. Once you start hearing his name, that was it. The same way they had the hip hop police, well, guess what? They got the hip hop, they got the gang injunction feds. They listen to all this shit. So there you have it. I'll be back with the next segment. It's your boy Tam. I'm out.